Jack finds a hobby. It was a sunny afternoon in Wabble Valley, and Jack was feeling fed up. He had been playing computer games all morning, and his mom told him to go outside and play. He called his friends, but they were all busy. He went for a walk and played in the garden to pass the time. But it was a long afternoon on his own. He ended up tidying his bedroom just for something to do. That evening, during screen time, Jack spoke to his friends online. "I feel so bored when I don't have anyone to play with," he told them. "You could get yourself a hobby," suggested Daisy. "Sounds good," Jack replied. "But I don't know what I could do." "Why don't you spend time with each of us tomorrow and try out our hobbies?" suggested Poppy. Jack loved this idea, so he arranged to meet his friends the next day. He tried photography like Rory, but he got confused with all the buttons on the camera. He tried playing the violin like Daisy, but he couldn't hit the right notes and made a terrible noise. He tried playing football like Poppy, but the ball was too fast for him. It hit him splat on the face. Then he tried archery like Calvin, but his aim was terrible. One arrow he fired hit someone smack on the bum. He also tried sailing on ferries like Sid, but he got very seasick. Last of all, he tried dog walking like Violet. However, the dogs were hard to control, and they pulled him right off his feet. Jack felt like he was never going to find anything he was good at. "Don't worry. You just need to find the right hobby for you," Violet said as she tried to comfort him. "Never mind. Next Saturday, you are meeting us to buy Rory a birthday cake," she added encouragingly. The following Saturday, Jack met his friends to go to the baker shop for Rory's cake. There were lots of yummy-looking cakes in the shop. The iced lemon cakes, chocolate cakes, orange cakes, and the cake with a giant rainbow on it all looked amazing. They found it difficult to choose just one. In the end, they bought a cake decorated with blue icing and lots of sweeties and lollipops. They set off home with the cake, but then disaster struck. Sid tripped over a stone and fell splat, face first into the cake. It went all over the pavement and all over everybody. "What will we do now?" asked Calvin. "Why don't we bake a cake ourselves?" suggested Daisy. "We could use my kitchen to make it," Jack offered, and everyone agreed. At Jack's house, he realized that baking a cake was much harder than it looked. Violet stirred the mixture too fast, and it splashed out of the bowl and went everywhere. Next attempt, Poppy forgot to add the baking soda, and the cake came out of the oven as flat as a pancake. Next attempt, Sid accidentally switched on the grill instead of the oven, and the cake got burnt. Calvin got bored and he fell asleep. Calvin, wake up! Everyone yelled. What? Shouted Calvin as he suddenly woke up. Sorry, he mumbled, feeling rather embarrassed. Does anyone know someone who can bake a cake for us? Sid asked. Sadly, nobody did. Then Jack had an idea. He had enjoyed himself that afternoon, and he didn't want to stop now. What if he tried to bake the cake himself? His friends loved his idea, so he got started on the cake. His first few attempts ended up going in the bin. However, he was enjoying himself so much that he didn't want to stop. When the last cake came out of the oven, Jack was excited to see it had come out perfectly. He decorated it with blue icing and lots of sweeties and lollipops, just like the cake from the shop. Wow, that looks fantastic, his friend squealed. Jack was so proud of the cake he made. For the first time in ages, he felt like he had achieved something. The best thing of all was, he had now found a hobby. The next day, Jack and his friends gave Rory the cake and sang happy birthday to him. Thank you, Rory squealed with delight. I love it. They all sat down to eat some cake as they told Rory about how Jack saved the day and found a hobby in the process. From that day onwards, Jack spent a lot of his free time baking cakes for his family and friends. He made muffins, cupcakes, caramel shortbread, apple pies, and much more. He was never bored again, thanks to his new hobby. Jack and his friends are all different people. Jack did not enjoy his friends' hobbies, just like his friends did not enjoy baking. We all have our own likes and dislikes, and we are all good at different things. That is what makes every one of us special and unique.